To describe Rachel, she was a very strong, tough, courageous individual. She met Coach Ferguson in the hallway and her freshman year, and then she came home her sophomore year and on a Friday, and she said I have to be to school by 8 o'clock on Monday. And I thought she'd missed a test and had to redo it. And she said, no, I'm going to be a football manager. Coach Ferguson asked me to be a football manager.
Rachel loved to be the football manager, and she called the players her boys, and she loved being part of that. And they loved her, and I think they both Rachel and the team benefited tremendously from each other.
She had this magnetic pull where you realize like there's this level of grace and just joy and love with her that like does not feel like it is, it feels like it's coming from heaven. It feels like it's coming from somewhere else. And so you had this like absolute light that was Rachel.
So it was a blast playing for her and giving this game our all. And this could have been our last game, but we fought hard as a team and we just kept moving.
She gave me strength. She fought hard, and it was somebody that I really looked up to because she was able to go through day in and out with a smile on her face. And I was like, she's able to do that with everything that's going on.
So when we heard that she was diagnosed with cancer again, it really never changed her duties. She never missed a practice. There were days where she wasn't in school because she felt so bad, but she found a way to come to practice. She was always there, but she slowly did less and less. We were playing at Maple Grove, and I remember her being there at the start of the game. When we went in at halftime, I remember them going by me and saying they were going to take her home.
And I got a phone call from Yvette when we were on the bus home that she had passed, and told our guys in the locker room. The response was really loving. Like they were crushed, and that's okay. Like it's okay to hurt.
Hazy memories of just her being at the game and leaving the game, and just some sense that that might be the night that she was going to pass. And when I got the phone call, my first instincts, I was at home, and my first instincts were to come up to Totino-Grace. It was pretty late at night. It was well past the game, I think, at that point. But I just had a sense that students would be looking for a place to be and a place to gather and a place to find each other. I just remember driving up Gardena Avenue and seeing lights in our parking lots, coming through that lot and seeing a number of students to be together and to grieve, to hug each other, to feel sadness, to just honor their classmate. There was no communication that said, we're gonna come gather at the Totino-Grace parking lot. I just knew that students would wanna find each other.
I remember calling Coach Ferguson on the bus the night that she passed away. And because I wanted him to be able to tell the boys when they were all together. I didn't want any of them to be alone when they found out, because they just loved her. And I wanted someone there to support them, and I knew the coaches would do a great job. And then we did like a small prayer service in our home that night.
A handful of us had gone over to her house after that, and we went into her living room and we prayed over her and we saw her, and it was a very surreal moment.
One of the most raw, difficult experiences that any of us had ever had. We can't just be, teammates. We can't just be like loosely friends at school. Like we all kind of need to rely on each other as we're going through this, because we're 17, 18 years old. We don't know how, but we all are surrounded by people who we care about and love, so we will all figure it out.
The day after Rachel passed, so that night, a number of students had come up to the parking lot, but the next day we came up here and opened the chapel as well. And a number of students, again, some of those same kids came in to pray, to be together. But also high school kids are really drawn to action. And a number of students, I honestly don't even remember the names, but they took Post-it notes and wrote, "You are loved," and they put them on every single locker in our building, up and down the hallways. And on Monday, kids showed up and had those Post-it notes on their lockers, "You are loved." They stayed on those lockers all school year long. I know that because I was the one who finally took them down in June at the end of that school year, and every single student had that message. And I think that's just reflective of Rachel loved in a way that kids knew. I want to repeat and remind that message to classmates, some that they knew and many that they don't.
Every time we drive by the football stadium at night and we see the green light, our green heart lit up, it just means a lot to us.
Before games, they go over and tap the RW with the heart, the bronze monument on the end zone, and just the traditions that have came from her and everything that she taught the kids that she went to school with and the things that she taught the coaches. It has transcended her time here.
And even throughout the years, I even have RW on me, tatted on me, because I carry her along with me through everything I do, right? And she's on my right hand. Yeah, so I got Totino-Grace, signifying the community that really shaped me to be the person that I am. RW, the strength that I get, because every single day on that field, Rachel came with grace, with strength. That gives me strength in the year, because that year really signified life, made me who I am today.
And one of the things she very much desired was for everybody to have that experience, irregardless of their financial abilities.
That was her dream, is for kids to have that opportunity to come here, to not have any burdens to not be able to attend.
TG community is something that's unique and different from a lot of places, and I can't take credit for it, but I would agree that TG is where you want to be on your best day, and TG is where you want to be on your worst day.
When I think of Rachel, and I think of Rachel's impact and her story, and the story of the TG community intertwining with that, I think it's all about values. And Totino-Grace's values, and start with learning, faith, service, and community. Part of the Rachel story just embodies all of those things, and that's why it matters.
Even as so many of us move out through the world and explore, I think you always feel grounded in what we were able to go through over 4 years at TG.
That phrase, "every day is a gift," is something that we have embraced in such a really unique way because of the way she lived. And it's the type of thing that we are inviting our young people to do.
The community of Totino, Rachel Wool, reminds me that every single day is a gift. So take advantage of every single day and be the best version of yourself.
Every day is a gift.
Every day is a gift.
Every day is a gift.
Every day is a gift.